what are you going to do? He goes, I'm going to go make money with my dad. I go, good answer. And so, since everybody's asking, where are you going to college? He goes, I'm not going to college. I'm going to go make more money than the professor this year. And I go, very smart. But anyway, nothing wrong with you going to college, trust me. I was good at it, but I realized it's better to be a business guy. And I want to share something with you is keep this simple. And I love your message today about gratitude. I go, here's how human beings are designed, guys. Is we're designed to be grateful. Everything starts to create when you stay grateful. It's just how we're designed. You can't get away from it. If you're negative, it doesn't work. You know, it's interesting for me to watch Facebook posts and different things. And the guys who are killing it, Mike Sharbo, Vonda, a lot of you guys, you know, I don't know how many, James went Face Center like that.
Yep.
You know, Darren and Kevin. Yeah, I've been seeing
Yolanda.
Promoters and pace setters they're breaking, it's just like that. And one thing you'll notice, if you get on Team Build, that Facebook page, guys, on Team Build, they're positive, they're grateful, and they kill it. And so I just want to share one thing with you, and I'll turn it over to Carlos. Just how I like to look at this is, you know, what's your number? I tell people all the time, I go, you gotta, how the human being is designed is, once you believe something in your heart, it's over. And so you got to make this simple. The tendency is always to make something more complex. Well, guess what? You get paid a lot of money if you can take something complex and make it simple. It's schools the other way. Take something simple and make it complex. People pay $40,000 a year for that, and it's crazy to me. Because it's like life was easy until I met my professor. It's like, what was wrong with you? Like, this isn't hard, you know. And anyway, so if you can take something simple, and the tendency is to make it hard. But if you can take something simple and make it believable, so that person goes, man, I think I can do this, you own it. I'm telling you, you'll make 7, 8, 9 figures. Just remember that, because everyone wants to make this thing different and big. And so how I like to look at this is, could you find one person a month that shops online if you knew it was worth 100 grand to you in this next 12 months? Here you go, kid, how old are you? 16? Could you find one guy a month that shops online if I paid you 100 grand in 12 months?
Yeah.
I hope so. See, and I think Kennedy, if you really keep it in your mind, that's simple. I just want to show you something. I don't care how you do it, how you think about it. So this is one way I've always thought about it. Arnold Sparker, you've seen me do this for a long time. Ron, you've seen me do this for a long time. I go, I probably did less work than almost anybody. You've seen me do this, Juana, right? To hit the levels I hit in direct sales, I did 10 times less work. How many of you guys want to make a lot more with less? And this algorithm is built for that. Dr. Nico, it's half-price dentistry, and his average dentist made $486,000 a year working 3 days a week. The cool part is that we're both the dentist and the consumer in this thing, because we're the owners of the business, but we also consume products. So here's how I like to think about this. So month one, and you can learn this. You could do 10 and share it with 10. I don't really care how you do it, but the whole point is to make it simple for the average guy. And do you guys remember Frank Luntz? He's on Fox News. It says he does all those pollings, you know, with their dials. And the company I was in before paid him millions and millions of dollars. And here's what he said at the end of the day. The best way to still communicate an idea to people is on a piece of paper real time or a whiteboard. That's why he still does it that way. I love all the tech and all that. It's fantastic. But if I'm sitting down with you, I show somebody something like this. Because something drops in their heart and they go, that just became real to me. So watch this. So I'm just going to map out 12 months, okay? 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I need somebody to get your calculator out on your iPhone or something. So month one, you find one guy who shops online. Could you find me one guy a month for 12 months if you knew you would get paid 100 grand this year? Yeah. Whatever number. I don't really care what your number, because it's going to be better than 100 grand, I can tell you that. So watch this. So month one, it's you plus one. So how many people do you have? 2. Next month, everybody finds 1 that shops online. So where are you at on month 2? 4 people. You got 2 and you each found 1. So next month, everybody finds 1. Where are we at? 8. So you see where this is going. Month 5, everybody finds 1, right? Month 6, everybody finds 1. Month 7, everybody finds 1. Month 8, everybody finds 1. 512, 1,024, 2,048, 4,096. So I put this on Facebook the other day, but if everybody just found one guy a month who shops online, and you can tell them the same story, you're going to make 100 grand. You'd have 4,096 connections. Charlo, your group has that already, I'm sure.
Okay.
Close, I don't know. And put it this way, it's more than 256. Is that fair about it?
Yeah.
So, and we're only 6 months into this, right? Now watch this. If you did 30, if the average person did 30 points, okay? Times 30 cents a point, which is what we're at. This thing could get over $1 a point, guys. But I don't know, somebody calculate that number real quick.
36,864.
36,864 a month. A month. That's not a year. Now watch this. Here's what I love. Hey, could you drink one, take one, and use one? Hey, drink an energy drink. How many guys drink these energy drinks? They're so good, aren't they? And Ron was just telling me this big chain down in Houston. The owners are so stoked about this thing. He's signing up all the restaurants, right? And the managers and their businesses. And he goes, the price point's incredible. $1 per can goes into the pool. But if you take one Vango, took a healthy Vita vitamin. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to take these. I'll be honest with you. For the last 10 years, I was in a business that sold vitamins and never took them because I thought they were way overpriced. I actually take this and I can feel it. And you guys know me. I'm not. I think vitamins are bogus. That's what I told everybody forever. Oh, I told everybody that. I didn't take double X for like 15 years.
No, I mean, I'm surprised you're taking them now.
No, I haven't taken them actually. Because I was like, it's not for health. It's for nutrition. It's just, you feel better. You guys feel better when you take them. But if you took so watch this now. Take a drink, take a vitamin, and use this yellow product, okay? These skincare. It's Chanel quality skincare at a quarter of the price. If you did that, if you just drank one, took one, and used one, I think, is that the terminology we ended up at? Or applied one, right? I don't remember. But just simple. I go, Arnold, could you eat one, drink one, or drink one, take one, use one? Could you drink a drink, one person in your family drink a drink, take a vitamin, and use a skincare product?
Yeah.
We're not even talking about going out to eat, getting your oil changed at Jiffy Lube, anything. That's 90 points per person. Guys, I don't know what you do, but it's a hard time for me to do 400 points a month. Honestly, people are like, wow, I'm at this. I go, that's fantastic, but what do you do? Like, I'm at 400 points. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not trying. It's just because he drinks like 10 of these a day. Anyway, I don't know what I do. I just do stuff. But is it feasible for everybody to do 90 points?
Yeah.
Okay, Vonda, what's that number a month?
110,592.
Per month. Guys, find one guy a month who shops online. Teach them, drink one, take one, use one. Everybody finds one a month for 12 months. You're not at 100 grand a year, you're at 110,000 a month. I'm telling you, the more you teach, not everybody will do it, but if you teach it, it becomes solid. People go, that's believable, I can do it. Fair enough? All right, so here's my friend Carlos. I'm done. I love that, but do something that makes sense to you. See, this is so believable to me, and that's why I love teaching it. But if this doesn't work for you, find something in your brain that goes, man, that's believable to me, and I could do that. Because here's what I've always said for years: what you believe in your heart is what you're going to teach confidently. And I can teach this confidently because I can do this times 4. Fair enough? And does 110 grand a month change anybody's life? I'm telling you, there will be people that make 7, 8, 9 figures, and this is designed for it. So anyway, here's my buddy Carlos Salguero, one of the greatest. Honestly, love you, love. Yeah.
Mike Popovich. I've been following him for 15 years. He's been my friend, my mentor, my rock. Really, couldn't be more thankful to be listening to you.
Fun, isn't it?
Yes. Dr. Nicholas Porter. Really look into it. Learn what he has done already. I'm glad you asked that question. Is he a genius? Absolutely. He is a genius. Who goes and disrupts, I don't know how old is dentistry.
Hundreds of years.
Yeah. Who in 5 years disrupts an industry like dentistry, right? His dentists make 3 to 5 times the industry average, but he charges half price. So that kind of tells you how good he is at creating efficient financial vehicles. truly believe United is the most efficient financial vehicle that I've seen in 20 years. In e-commerce, you know, I've been top seller on Amazon, eBay, pretty much every e-commerce site out there. We have succeeded in all of them. But when the first time that Dr. Nicola shared with us the algorithm and the simple fact, and if you forget one thing or you remember one thing out of tonight's, is 100% of the profits from United go back to members. Every single one. Hard to believe, right? But it's true. That is really what's going on here, that 100% of the profits that are made in United go back to your pockets. So that's why I wanted to show the screen, because you know when they put this screen like this, I think for a lot of people it just made it real. For me, this is my best tool ever. There's no company in the planet that I know of that shows this kind of information on their homepage. If you know a company that shows this information on their homepage, please show me. But in the first 5 months of the year, because June is not included there yet, we have given back to members $300,000+ Isn't that something? In the first 5 years, first 5 months in business. Most companies take 5 years to be profitable, period. Amazon took 10 years to be profitable. They were burning through cash from investors for 10 years straight. So for us to be profitable right off the bat, for us to return over $300,000 in profits to you guys, in this month alone, we have $68,000 in the profit. Who wants some of that money? I mean, that's really the question. Who wants to participate? I want to participate. Anybody in the right mind wants to participate. It's like having a I don't know, it's money in the bank that you're expecting to see in a couple of days, really. We've been paying on the second of the month, right? Second, third of the month. So expect to see that number jump tomorrow. And you know, I was texting with Nico right before the meeting, and you know, we want that number to be over $80,000 this month. Because when that number grows, then every single point that you have in your account grows in value. So amazingly enough, let's say you're shopping and doing the take one, drink one, apply one, right? That gives you 95 points and up to 150 points if you're using the full CLS system. So it could happen that you have 150 points in your account, and this month they're worth so much. But next month, because the point value going up, they're worth more. Isn't that awesome? So your shopping actually is worth more every single month. Not only that, every person connected to you that has a matching point to you doubles the value of your points. So if Mike is connected to me and does exactly the same amount of points, my points double in value, and so forth and so on. So your points are really not worth only roughly 30 cents. They are worth however matching points you have. In the case of some people in this room, Mike Sharbo, his points could be worth hundreds of dollars. That's where he's going. You know? Kevin Weldon, some of you guys saw him singing last month here, right? We had the privilege to have a singer in the room, and he made a lot of you guys, including me, tear up. How long has he been in? 2 months?
End of April?
End of April? Yeah. I mean,
Last day of April.
less than 60 days, is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
So less than 60 days, they qualified influencers this last week.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? You know, 3 pace setter legs. I mean, they're helping people. They're really putting the information out there, and they're just attracting the best. I mean, I don't think it's hard to really share with people, hey, if you shop online, you want to make some money with your own shopping, it's easy, right? It's just a matter of, like I was saying this morning, say hello, shake some hands, right? Get in an Uber, meet a driver, connect them on the spot like Mike and I do when we go traveling. It's easy, it's fun. So what do we have in our hands? We have a cashback platform that was founded January 1st. We are on track to do, I mean, if you look at those numbers, we're on track to give more than $1 million in profits this year alone. Isn't that cool? What do we have on the platform? We have top Amazon brands, bestseller brands. You can go look them up. And I sometimes show it. I'll show it in a little bit. But we have the best of the best Amazon brands. More coming, by the way. We have global brands, a huge list of global brands. Who has never seen Trinidad, by the way? Okay, everybody is acquainted. Oh, good. One person in the room. Nice. So I'll show you some of that. Global brands. Some of our global brands. Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, Home Depot. And then a huge list. Priceline.com, guys. That's a big one. Huge, huge. It is a huge source of points. I mean, what you were about to mention, Nico was telling us about his Reese's Dental story. And he said that in the beginning, he said, oh man, I wish my accounts receivable from the payment plans when people get treatment will get to $100,000. That was his goal when he first started. You know what his accounts receivable are right now? 40 million plus. So that's money that the doctors have earned that is coming to them. So they can stop working tomorrow and still make millions. Isn't that something? Now he compares that to the points from global brands. Because you guys are using the global brands and you're shopping at Priceline.com, you're shopping at Sam's Club, you're shopping at Walmart, you're shopping at all those places. Those points take a little bit of time to come back to us, not because of us, it's a policy of those global brands, but we have already thousands of points coming for July, August. So eventually those points will be millions of dollars in the profit pool. What happens if millions of dollars go into the profit pool? You all make more money. Isn't that cool? It's amazing. So, global brands, gift cards. We have, and I was showing this to a group in Houston, which by the way, they're on fire. And I want to be most efficient with my time, my money, my energy. So if you're engaging in the business, barely getting started, and you're wanting to know, what do I do to, get the best bang for my buck? Because I like to think that way, right? So I think about the business almost like a target. Right? That's a target. So if you're shooting at the target, where do you want to hit? Bullseye. What's in the bullseye? The True Box store. Yeah? That's your bullseye. This is your 30% up to 70% cash back. Products on this table. All the products on this table pay you 30 to 70% cash back. That's a bullseye. What's next? Still good? Gift cards. Gift cards pay you 10 to up to 40% sometimes. And if you're gonna go eat, you're gonna go to the movies, get a gift card. Some extra points. Yeah? I know I do at least 100 points in gift cards. Not hard. What's the next? We've launched already services. 30 to 60% plus. More services coming. Right now we have printing. So if anybody has a business that needs printing, they can go through here or buy the materials for their own business. And what's out here? Global brands. Your Walmarts, your Target, all those that pay you, some of them pay 2% up to 20%, I think, is the most generous ones. My favorite, honestly, Priceline.com. Bar none. You know why? Because, not only because it's the summer, everybody's thinking vacation, but travel is not a small ticket purchase. If you're gonna stay at a hotel, it's at least a couple $100, $300, $400. Same with rental cars. So, Priceline pays us 11% on anything we put through there. I mean, Nico alone, he hasn't been home in like 3 months, yeah? And he sends us screenshots of the hotel rooms he books through Priceline on United. And he's like, okay, a week for $9,000, $1,000 in the profit. Yes, right?
Keep traveling.
Keep doing it. So that's what's amazing, that you have now a global brand that pays 11% and has already told us, hey guys, if you keep this pace, in a few months you'll be at 20%. I got over 100 points of Priceline just this month alone, because we can travel them down a little bit. So, but we don't stay at, you know, the 9-star hotels that Nico stays at. His are like $1,000 a night. Ours are like a couple hundred,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So,
one in Italy was 1,800 a night.
yes.
So,
Yeah. So that's really the power of the platform. That's what you have in your hands. So use it wisely and use it often. Right? Create a habit that when you're checking for something, just go through the platform and teach others how to do it. Hey, one thing about here, and you know, some of these global brands, it's important to know that some of these brands have some exceptions, right? And maybe some items might not be accruable for points right now, but we gotta keep using them. You know why? Because we need to show these brands intent to buy. We need to show these brands that we are worth a look. That's really what this is. All of you guys have purchasing power by yourselves. Individually, you have purchasing power. Our individual purchasing power is worth very little to these guys. Very little. You walk into a Walmart and you say, okay, I want 50 rolls of toilet paper. Yeah? Give me a 20% discount. What do they tell you? What have you been, you know, what are you? But if 100,000 of us says, okay, we're looking to buy a Walmart, then their ears perk up. And eventually these brands will get rid of the exceptions and will start paying more. There'll be a day not too far in the future where brands are fighting each other to participate with us. Mark my words. Because we will have such and command such loyalty. I'm going to tell a little bit behind the scenes. Is our numbers for a lot of these global brands the conversion rates are through the roof. Because most of the time when our users go through the global brand, they're not just browsing. They're there to buy. So our visits turn into shopping a lot more than the average person browsing on their sites, right? The average person browsing at Walmart or Target or something, it's less than 15% likely to buy something. Ours are in the 40+ percentile. Now the only thing we need is numbers, right? Because we're still a very young company. But we're getting the numbers. I mean, Weldon and Moyer are making sure we're getting the numbers, right? And we have a huge Spanish-speaking group in Houston, LA, Chicago. It's really popping everywhere, Ron. I mean, thousands of people coming in Houston. So take advantage of the platform and use it to its full extent so that you learn how to properly use it, right? Some people, and I always say this to the groups when I talk to them, I say, look guys, our best advantage is that this is free. And our best disadvantage is that it's free. Because sometimes people don't value it, don't appreciate it as they should, right? So I always tell people, pretend this cost you $1,000. Because the traditional business costs money to start. Who of you are business owners, traditional business owners, right? Have you had to invest money to start your business? Have you had to wait to see profits? Sometimes months, years. I have, right? First few years in business, it was all just pumping money in, hoping that I'll see the return later. Here, I made money from month one. So, that is also so important. When you connect somebody to the platform, help him to place an order within the first 48 hours. That's my goal. Because you want him to engage in commerce. This is a socialized commerce platform, so you want him to engage in commerce. What kind of commerce? Anything, really. It could be a gift card, it could be vitamins, it could be protein shakes, anything that creates points. Because the magic happens when?
Let me activate.
When they get cash back the very next month. Because they bought something, right? Because then it becomes real. I can't tell you how many light bulbs I've seen go off in people's minds when the very next month they see cash in their true wallet. They're like, oh, wow. I know Wanda was like that. She's like, oh, it's Carlos, it's for real, right? I was like, yeah, I told you. But I think she didn't believe me, 100%. It's okay to be skeptical because there's so many things out there. I understand it. But once you've seen you've gotten paid, hey, run with it. Right?
Yep.
Run with it and run with it hard. Because really, I can tell you, there'll be a few months down the road where everybody will know about this. So it'll be hard for you to find somebody that doesn't know about it. It'll be everywhere. I mean, you have the power just in this room to impact hundreds, if not thousands of people through social media. Right? Because most of you guys have 100 friends in this room, in your social media. I know I do. Even Mike now.
I think I do. So now, if you send me a friend request, I will now accept it. It took me about 3 months. My friend got me started. Yeah. If you did in the past, I just ignored you, but don't feel bad. I had 3 friends, right? I had you, your mom,
Yep.
and Dr. Nico.
And he had
set them all up.
He had my mom because like, hey, I'm gonna show you how to friend request somebody.
I'm not my friend anyway,
Yeah.
so.
So let's say my mom.
I also have a question.
Maybe
Yeah. Let me show them this.
He's asking
Real
a
fast.
question.
Okay. Can you hold it? Just 1 second. Hold that thought. Let me show you Zone Nutrition. I'm going to show you real fast one of our Amazon brands because this is powerful and this is something that you need to use with people that are seeing this one first. Just show them this and tell them, hey, we're working with the top Amazon brands. And show them how many reviews these products have. A product like NeuroPeak or Boost Elite or Airfluence, over 1,000 reviews each. You know how hard it is to get Amazon reviews? How many of you guys shop on Amazon? How many of you guys have left a review, honestly? Yeah. Not that many hands. 3, 4 hands. How many of those reviews are positive? Okay.
You start going down.
Yeah, no. It's terrible. Negative reviewer.
No.
So, no, that's okay.
Negative.
So 3,000 plus
Positive
reviews,
criticism.
3,900 reviews, means they have to sell hundreds of thousands of units a month to get reviews of that nature. So you can't fool people on Amazon. That's what I love. It's the honest truth about products. If people don't like the product, what happens? You hear about it. They punish you. They punish you with a bad review. They return it. Amazon has the most generous return policy in the world. So these are Amazon Choice products. Toughest badge to get on Amazon. You can buy this. Amazon assigned them to the best-selling products. Bestseller badges, right? And a brand like this has them on almost all their products, right? Turmeric, thyroid support, green tea. I mean, I dare you, go in there and read the reviews. One of the guys that I was showing this to in Houston, he said, Carlos, I went into the Calm Now product, which is down here somewhere, and I started reading the reviews. And they're long reviews, and a lot of people were saying I wasn't on antidepressants. I started taking this, I quit them. I was on medication for anxiety. I started taking this, I quit that. Read them. I was like, really? Made me look. Yeah? So, sure enough, now that group of people every other order, guess what product has it? Calm down. Who knew everybody was anxious down in Houston? But hey, it helps people sleep. It, you know, natural. They're natural products, organic. All of them are natural. So use those to your advantage. I'm just trying to give you tools. Same with Purity. Same with Pure Body Naturals. Use Amazon as your benchmark and say, hey, look, these are the products that you can get. Same prices on Amazon than on Trunited, but on Trunited you get what? Cash back. And I usually say cash back, baby, right? Because it's nice to get paid, isn't it, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's what's really amazing for me. And I'll answer your question, but before I answer your question, I want to have a couple testimonials of people that have already been participating in the platform, because I feel like, you know, we can talk all day and tell you how great it is, but you know, there's now real users that have had experience with the platform that have not only made money, but made some good money already, right? So, would you be comfortable giving a quick testimonial, Mike?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah? All right. I'll hold the camera for you.
You want me to move over there?
Yes, of course. The great Mike Charbo.
Look, I'm no different than anybody here.
That's
All
for
I did-
sure.
I mean, really. You know, you heard Bonda's story. Carlos called Bonda and said, hey, just try it out. Bonda called me twice. And she says, look, just try it. And I did. So here we are. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. Talk to people and say, hey, I want you to try it today and watch what happens next week. That's what she did. And I saw what happened. I call it the magic of Trunited. You know, so that whole month, I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. You know, I'm no different than anybody else. My first purchase, I did 50 points. You know, and you get used to changing its paradigm shift. You get used to moving what you do on a regular basis into a different way of doing it. But you find when you find that way to do it, things get better for you. And we're all trying to do better, right? Aren't we all trying to do better in some way in our life, no matter what? So if I can get money back, and you know, if you guys are on Team Build, if you're not, get on that page. We love having you. It doesn't matter whether you're part of the team or not, but Kevin Weldon every day. Man, if I'm spending this money, I want something back. Country boy philosophy. Can't beat it. But, you know, I mean, I'm no different. I tried it out the next month. I got in and I went and enrolled, connected 8 people. We did so well that me and one other person bought. I mean, that's what happens. But my connections and my points, I did 80, that person did 60. I went, all right, I get it. March, I went to work. And March turned out to be a banner month. I mean, but I met this guy too. I hadn't met him yet. He's the character. But I met Mike. Vonda goes, would you meet with Mike? Met Mike, he went through the numbers you see right here. And I thought he was wrong. I'm like, that, you mean, that's a year, right? He goes, no, I mean a month. I go, that can't be. I mean, I don't know if you marry me. I'm like, that can't be. And he goes, it's profit sharing. Get this percentage out of your money. So you get to work, you just start talking to people. All I've done is more than you've done. That's all. I've talked to more people. I probably talked to 1,000 people. You've talked to 30, right? You've talked to, everybody says, I've talked to all my friends. I go, how many do you have? They say 2. I mean, you know? But today, just a prime example. We went to Red Robin. Why did I go to Red Robin? We went there because we had a gift card. Server comes up and he says, what kind of gift card is that? And I said, it's the kind that pays me to eat here. He goes, what do you mean? Have you ever heard of Trunited? I show him, we sign him up. You've seen these guys do the videos of the Uber. I mean, you know, it's that simple and that's hard. That's a wall that people have to get by. You got to get by this thing about, oh man, I feel like I'm making money off somebody. No, you're saving somebody's money. I approach people and I say, hey, we've got this platform that captures dollars we're already spending. And I'm able to earn some profit sharing with you each month. 2 things capture people when I say that. One is the word capture, the other is profit sharing. It piques their interest. It's not the same old thing they're hearing. And it isn't the same old thing we're hearing. So, you know, as you progress each month, you know, my points went from 50 to 80 to 105 to 163 to 180. he's telling me to buy more. So, you know, and like I'm routing stuff into the platform. Get used to routing your purchases. I don't go anywhere anymore without sitting down on my computer taking 10 minutes. I'm in Home Depot. I needed mulch, I needed yard stuff, springs here, garden. I went online and bought it all. And 2 hours later, they text me, I go pick it up, they load my car. I mean, how easy is that? If anything, I've learned how to be a better and faster shopper and use my time more efficiently.
Yes.
You know, I mean, as far as dollars, you know, the more connections you make, all I can tell you is get on the page, Dr. Nico. There's some testimonials on there. I want to help you get to where I got. All I want to do is help lessen your learning curve.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me 6 weeks. I've got people I'm talking to. They're doing what I did in the 3rd month. They're doing it in their 1st month, and it's just because we're all learning. I mean, when we came in, we didn't have the stuff we have now to learn. We didn't have the people. We didn't have the experience. Just connect with people and absorb the information. Is that?
Thanks, buddy. Perfect. So I have a question for folks. How many of you have shopped at United already? Okay, can you show people's hands? So that's most of the room. How many of you have gone already cash back? Most of the room. Yeah? 100% of people that shop at United get paid back. Plain and simple. How many people get paid back from shopping at Amazon? None. Do we need to say anything else? Right? So that's really your pitch. You don't really need to make it complicated. I wouldn't go into crazy numbers. It's in the first connect with folks. It's like, hey, can I show you how you shop and get some cash back? Let me show you what I've made. Even if it's $5, $10, whatever.
Who just joined? What is this? This is June, May. Who joined in April? Anybody here just joined?
Like 2 days before the end.
Okay. I want to see what people are doing and how it's turning out for them. How
Sure.
about another testimonial?
Yeah.
I mean,
who wants to give another testimony? Whoever's comfortable.
come on.
We can.
I didn't want to do it.
Come on, Marla.
Yeah, Marla.
You're gonna kill me later.
No,
That's my sister right
no. I mean, it's as simple as you made your first purchase. How surprised were you? Who went out and did 100 points or 50 to 100 points their first month? Okay, and I mean, it doesn't matter whether you sign somebody up or I like to say connect people. Okay, I didn't sign anybody up. I connected them to a platform, right? I mean, were you surprised what you got back? Were you pleasantly pleased?
Still trying.
It's like amazing, isn't it? You go, wow, all I did was do what I'm always doing every day, and now I'm getting some dollars back. Where else can you do that? I mean, there's rebate programs out there or whatever, and you have to do this, but this is simpler. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to point out. And I don't know how many, do you have connections?
Yes.
Okay. And then when they started connecting and they started buying, kind of your eyes opened up, didn't you? Okay? You can't sleep at night, can you? I mean, I don't think I slept through February and March. And I'm serious. Because you go to bed and your head starts rolling, you wake up and you send in a little text message or, you don't realize what time it is. Fonda, what time have I texted you?
I know you don't.
It's just you get.
It's truly amazing, guys. And we'll close with this. It's whatever you believe in your heart that you can do. And Mike is amazing at explaining this. But whatever you believe in your heart, not so much your brain. Your brain sometimes talks against what you want. But whatever you believe in your heart that you want to do, and we know that United is not what you want to do full time or long term, but United is just the vehicle that allows you to have some financial freedom to go do whatever you want to do, right? I know that Marlon and Joe have some amazing nonprofit that wants to go help women, right? You have a nonprofit that's going to help people. We have tons of causes already connected to the platform. So it's really not what you want to do, but just learn how to use the platform to create some wealth that you can now distribute. And our goal is simple. We want to help 1 million families make an extra $500 a month. I love that. Because I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over until it happens. And it's going to happen. Imagine what's going to happen when we do that. We'll change the financial future of so many people.
Every time I say that to somebody, they're the ones that need the 500.
That's right. So
I
true.
could use it.
Yes, we all can use it. You know, $500 can mean so many things to so many people. It can save somebody's mortgage. It can, you know, pay debt. It can put kids through school. It can, you know, help you save for your kids' college. Most $500 emergencies, folks have to get a loan to pay. That's how much people live paycheck to paycheck. So let's go out there and help them create some side income so that they can stand on if something happens with the main, right? And that's really what we want to do. You know, and at the heart of all this is Nicholas Porter, Mike Popovich, two of the most given men that I know, and they all care about your success. I can hear my kids playing in the warehouse already. They can see Papi. And they want your success more than theirs. I'll finish with a story. Nicholas Porter told me this, and this impacted me so much. He told me, Carlos, for the first 2 years, when I founded Risa's Dental, I made no money. I was worried about my dentists. My dentists were making $20,000, $40,000 a month, and I was making nothing. Can you imagine putting your success in the back burner while you help somebody else? That's the Give to Grow mentality and culture that we want to really foster in United. Go help somebody else that needs it more than you. That gives me the chills when I say that. Because that family might be ready to go bankrupt if we don't help them build a pay set, if we don't help them create some side income. And when Nick told me this, I was like, oh my God. But guess what? After those 2 first years where he made no money, all of a sudden, after helping so many dentists make so much money, he was making $40,000 a day. Because that is what helping other people first will do for you. It will just elevate you to a place where you don't even know it exists. Thanks for coming. It's been great.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carlos. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. We'll have to do it again when the kids come, because no problem. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
What's that?
Appreciate the nation on Facebook Live. Dr. Nicholas is in Mexico doing something for
We don't
United,
know.
right?
We don't know. That was a surprise to us. That's just who he is.
All we know is good, right?
All right, everybody say bye.
Bye.